Dear women, dear men, and dear Mrs. President, dear Mrs. Rajavi, when I take the floor, I reflected, what can I tell you within all the miseries we are living through, full of contradictions and less hope than more illusion. And let me say, from where I take my hope, of course we need international law. Of course we need written rights for women, really legalized. But my hope in the last months, I take them from people within and just coming from what we call Camp Liberty, but there is no liberty, there is misery. And therefore, let me say, this International Day of Women worldwide, and I'm very glad that we have a lot of countries which are just now once more suffering a lot. We have progress and regression, both. And it's so difficult to bring these people from Camp Liberty. It was said in a few months they all will be in safe countries, far away from this. Every day they feel what will be the next attack against them. More killed people and no hope. Let me say and address to our colleague, Deputy Internal Minister from Albania, they have taken the biggest number of people from Liberty, 300 people. Look, when 10 states were willing to take 300, the situation would be solved. The problem would be solved. And look, Albania is not a rich country. You see, there is more solidarity within poorer countries than in the richest ones. And therefore, once more, that gives me hope. And last days, when I speak with the recent refugees from Camp Liberty to Germany, and they told me, yes, on the one side, I'm still alive. My brother died on the 1st of September in Camp Ashraf. My mother is still in Camp Liberty, and I don't know, will I see her again? I'm happy to be free, but I'm very sad what happened to the whole group. There's a lot of solidarity among those who are suffering together, and they have bad feelings when they get free and the others remain. Should I have stayed longer to be with them, fight together, not be alone? And do we really learn from these people who don't give up? We are so easy, so in certain situations we say it's not possible. Yes, it's much more possible than we are bringing together. And therefore, let me say, it was already, you have already spoken about the hostages, 6 women and 1 man. It's a scandal against all international law. Nobody knows where they are. And it's not only Iraq who has to tell us. Yes, they have to tell us. But where's UN? Where is America to bring us in a better situation? It's now 6 months it happened, and no answer at all where they are. We don't know, are they tortured, are they still alive? Nothing. That's really a brutal policy against human beings. And therefore we have to stand up. What was already said this afternoon, are we really willing to stand up? I would hope, I would like to hope, that all the members who are here together, that's already a big group, making a step forward to their governments to bring a solution for these 7 people. Don't say it's a small group. No, it's not the question of a small group. What is the most important question? Even if it was only one, we have to stand up and to ask, to demand, and to challenge them. We are much more powerful than we believe. If there is not only by digital communication a powerful gest, we have to do it locally, nationally, and European, internationally. Believe me, the time I spent with this group, with Mrs. Rajavi, I learned it's so difficult to get forward, to persuade people. You are wrong when you are criticizing Madame Rajavi, because very often it's said it's only for her power. It's such a scandal to say it's for her power. Look what she did, also with the people going for hunger strike, no longer believing at an alternative. She is consequently against Islamic fundamentalism. It's not a reaction against religion, but against the abuse of religion that we have in a lot of countries. And believe me, what is going on? Let's work for democracy. Those people, also we as women, living in democratic countries, sometimes I have the impression we ignore, we don't know what is the importance and the relevance of freedom. Sometimes people, maybe in Eastern Europe, maybe in the Middle East, maybe in Iran, they have much more courage than we have. So don't say we can't do nothing. We are more powerful compared to our belief. I said it already, and therefore for me it's so important that we have this kind of gatherings. Then I have to say, against all bad messages, we were successful on the European level, more and more. When you listen to our parliamentarians from the European Parliament, Ms. Rajavi can even speak of our own experience. We get more and more people who we can persuade. It's the same, a very long story in the United States. It was in 2012 that the highest Court of Justice in the United States had to abolish this discrimination of Iranian resistance. So it's difficult, yes, but never give up. That's my conviction. As long as we can move, we will not stop. And so it's important for me to have such persons. We need them going forward, showing us ways to bring changement. And I will stop my short speech when I come back to the message from you, Mrs. Rajavi, from today. My hope, and I'm convinced, she said, that women will bring us to another future. Then I can have this message also from the UN or UNHCR. But let me insist. Still, we are very often objects, not subjects. And the power of the dictators, sometimes I believe they fear us, and therefore their pressure to torture us, to give us no rights, is their own uncertainty. So why should we fear them any longer? But they are powerful. And insofar, we need, on the one side, confidence, interrelationship, cooperation instead of confrontation. But believe me, we also need clear perception, clear conviction, not only rational approach, but emotional and social approach. I hope you will make your first step when you are at home to say now the resolution to our government, and when they don't answer a second and a third time, we get forward when we stick together. We have to learn more solidarity from those who are suffering in a very, very difficult situation. Thank you.